Hi everybody, this is Will Bowen with today's JumpStart. Today I want to talk about something that is idiosyncratic to me that I did not realize until I was speaking to somebody the other day, and they actually pointed out to me that this is something that I do. Now, I don't know about you, but we all have things that we say. I have a friend who says, not awesome, but something like that rocks or something like that. And then literally when he says it, he says, you know what, I got to start coming up with something else to say. He is at least cognizant of the fact that he has this repetitive thing that he says. And in some cases, it can be a thing that's a little like, oh gosh, find something new. So here's mine. I'm grateful for mine, to be honest with you. And actually, it's my soon-to-be ex-wife. She and I were talking on the phone, and I said this. And she said, that is so you. That's what you always say. So when you're relating something to people, they can think you're complaining even if you're just stating facts. Trying to think of an example. Oh, recently I was flying and my flight got very delayed and looked like I might not make my connection. And, but I did, et cetera, et cetera. So when you tell somebody, how was your flight? Well, my flight was delayed for about 40 minutes and I had a tight turnaround, and then there was some weather issues. Now, people are so accustomed to hearing this as sadness and complaint, they want to commiserate with you. They go, oh yeah, whatever. But you don't want to go there. So what I always say is, and the good news is, or but the good news is. The word but is an erasure word. It erases what came before it. You know, if I say, you know, I think you're really handsome, but that's not what you want to hear. The word but is an erasure word. So if something happens, and especially if somebody starts to commiserate, even if you're not really looking for that commiseration, simply say, but the good news is I made my flight and my luggage was there. Boom, done. Or, but the good news is I had a chance to work on the plane and I got more done so that when I got to the hotel, I was less stressed, etc. So try this. But the good news is it's not easy, especially if you're a person who's used to complaining or using negative information to get attention. That's my issue. Remember, it's the number one reason people complain. Get attention. They simply want to connect with other people and they can't think of a good way to do it, and so they complain. So catch yourself, especially if you're relating something, but use verbal, mental jujitsu and put a spin on it. But the good news is, try that today. When you're relating something, well, my daughter was late getting ready for school, but the good news was we got it all done and everything was okay. You want to wash away the energy that came before. You want to try and keep yourself as positive as you can. But the good news is, whatever happened, but the good news is, I noticed this just the other day. I was looking for, what was I looking for? Something. And I was, couldn't find it. And then a day or two later, I lost something else. And I went looking for the second thing, and guess what? I found both. So, but the good news was, I lost a couple of things in a couple of days. I'm so maddening, I'm getting old. Don't ever affirm that for yourself. Simply say, but the good news I ended up finding both. All right? Give it a try today, but the good news is. And listen, if you enjoyed today's video, forward it to just one person, would you? Make their day. Be sure and post your questions and comments below. I respond to them personally. And enjoy today. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye-bye.
No more complaining people. Their lives are changing.